Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It's time for our weekly recap of PB3, Raising Kanan, Season 1, Episode 7, and it was titled Stay in Your Lane. I told y'all I was going to shorten that. Anyway, y'all, if y'all are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all, so it is Thursday, and I told y'all in my community post that I would be late because I was going on vacation, y'all. But I am back and I am here, and here is the video. So everything else will fall into place. This week will go in the regular rotation, but you know, a girl had to go on vacation, child, okay? Because I was stressed, and I ain't, you know, get to turn up and celebrate my graduation and all the other stuff. So boom, I did it and I had an excellent time. But anyway, I'm back and here we are. So let's jump right into this because this episode was crazy, and next week's episode look like it's finna be popping. So let's talk about it. So anyway, we see rocks. So last episode, remember, they dropped Scrap Body off in front of her door, and I told y'all that he was still breathing, but I didn't know like how far the damage was because his face is all bloody, and he had those little tighty whities and stuff like that, child. So anyway, he was still breathing. He was breathing enough where they was able to take him to the hospital. So that's where she coming from. And she had a driver. So she asked the driver, you know, like, did you see anything or did anybody see anything? And they was like, no. So then she get in the car. So Lou ends up calling Roxy on the payphone and stuff. So she tells him, batter up. And we already know what that mean. That mean you finna kill somebody. So he like, all right, well, you sure about this? Because if I do this, we gonna be at war. She was like, we've been at war. So he was like, all right. So then we see Lou, he's sitting in the car. He watching this couple come around the corner. And the dude was the homeboy that Scrap was hanging with or whatever. I still don't know his name. They said his name, but it ain't tracked or registered in my head. So I don't know that man's name. His name gonna be Homeboy. So anyway, we see Lou. He grabbed a Tech 9 and a ski mask. I said, oh Lord, it's finna go down. Then we see the guy. So this white dude pull up in the car. So he goes to this guy on the corner with a box. And you know, like, not even, because they still do it today, where they got the candy in the box and they selling the candy for about like $2 a bar or well shit, I don't even know how much it is now. I know when we were selling the candy, it was like $2 a bar. So he got like the box of candy or whatever like that, and he on the corner, and this dude pull up. And, you know, he like, you know, I want some candy. So he throw this wad of money. I said, well, Darren, how much is the candy bar? I'm so slow. So he throw this wad of money in there. And then he really gave him a Snickers bar. So I was like, what? I'm thinking he was about to, you know, give him some drugs or something. He gave him a Snickers bar. So I'm like, So then he pulls, the white dude in the car, he pulls up to the gas station. And at the gas station, he hands the person who got the drugs, the crack, he hands him the candy bar. So it's like you trading the candy bar for the crack. So I was just like, oh, okay, I guess. So you got the money on one hand, and then you got the drugs on the other hand. So like if they ever get caught, one person got the drugs, one person got the money. So I'm like, I'd rather be the money guy. So you get more time with them drugs. Anyway, we see Marvin, he just watching. So then this guy walks past Marvin's car, and he like threw the bag of the money they had already collected at Marvin. So Marvin counting, he like, oh yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. But like I said, I'd rather be the money guy, because the money guy gonna end up giving the money to Marvin. He gonna be clean. All he gonna have is candy bars. The dope man, he going to jail. You ain't gonna get me. I was selling candy. Shoot, I got a fundraiser at school. Anyway, y'all, we see Lou. He walked in while homeboy, child, he giving this girl some good old head, okay? And she all, rubbing on her chi-chis and stuff like that, and she getting it. Lou, he walking all slow with the slow bop and stuff, and then he got the Tech 9. The girl ends up opening up her eyes, and then, you know, because I'm like, well, girl, what you opening up? You was going to look down at him and see? I mean, okay. But anyway, she looked down, look up or whatever, and she see Lou with the ski mask and the gun, so she starts screaming. Dude, like, oh snap, what's going on? Because this ain't no scream of pleasure, this scream of fear. So then he jumped back. Lou starts shooting. He's shooting up the whole room. He missed. I said, how he missing? Lou, do better. So he missed. The gun get jammed. He go fix the clip in the dang on gun. He go back to open up the door to shoot. The girl just sitting there in the corner. And then the guy, he done jumped out the window. He done sprained his ankle because he running down the street, hopping and stuff. I said, Lord have mercy. I said, Lou, you got to do better, boo. You can't be missing like that. We find out that Scrap lost the eye and the kidney. Rox ends up telling Kanan about what happened to Scrap, because she all dressed up. Kanan look all dressed up and stuff, and it looked like they going into this restaurant. So Kanan like, oh man, I feel bad because I said all that stuff bad about Scrap, and he was the good guy, he was on our side and stuff like that. And she was like, look, he an OG, he triple G, he know all about these streets, he good, he all right, he gonna be all right. I said, well, dang girl, okay. I mean, he done lost the kidney. What if something happened to his other kidney and then he done lost the eye? Like, what happened with his other eye? He gonna be blind with no damn kidneys. Like, damn, but he gonna be all right. Oh, okay. But anyway, they having a double. Well, it wasn't a double date. She thought she was going there to just meet Davina, and she get there. She like, oh, now I see why Kanan all losing his mind and drooling all over the place in the house. You is beautiful. So she like, oh, thank you. So then Kanan like, well, mama got a surprise. Child, his surprise is Symphony. So Symphony come up behind Rox and she like, I'm out. So she start walking out the restaurant. He like, oh, I got it. So he go chase her. He go start telling her about, his favorite band. It's some white band group or whatever. And he was like, I ain't trying to keep no secrets from you or whatever. And she was like, look, that secret you need to keep to yourself. Then he started singing to her and stuff. And then she got all wet. And then they went back inside and they had a cute little dinner and stuff like that. We see Juke and Nicole, they walking down the street somewhere, child, and she talking about the dance because she really wants Juke to join her at this dance and stuff. And this is like the 90s. So, like, I'm like, she just gonna go to, nobody's saying nothing to these two girls. It's just because they was saying stuff to other people that was gay and kissing and stuff like that, but ain't nobody saying nothing to these two little girls, and one white, one black, and ain't nobody batting the eye, child. But anyway, they make it official that Juke and Nicole, they now girlfriends and stuff like that. Nicole like, oh yeah, you my girlfriend. And Juke like, yes, I am. I said, oh, that's so sad. Because I just knew something was going to happen to Nicole. I could feel it. Something was going to happen to her. Because of the last episode when she was smoking that lace weed, I thought it was going to be like she was going to get on some drugs for a long time and, be hooked and whatever. But we're going to get to that later, child. But anyway, Davina, we see Davina and Kanan kiss and stuff like that. Oh, I'm sorry. At the end of their date and stuff, because it was like this long date, and they was just chatting, and then Symphony had took them on a little trip around the town to show them the buildings and the structures and all that other stuff. Kanan was like, oh, y'all old folks, y'all have a good time. Mama was like, I ain't old, boy, I am still young and vibrant. He was like, oh, okay. So he sent them on their way. We and Kanan and Davina went, home or whatever like that. So anyway, at Davina's house, Kanan and her kiss and stuff like that, and she kind of pulling away from Kanan because of famous lyrics and stuff. Because I didn't even catch it until they showed the recap, how he was saying F 4 quarters and 2 dimes or something like that. I was like, oh, that was $1.20. I didn't even catch it until they showed the replay that he was like dissing $1.20 and telling the whole thing about the shooting and stuff. I don't know why I didn't catch that, but that's what had happened. So then she like, well, I was listening to the lyrics and it sounded like he was right there, like he was on the street and stuff. And he was like, no, you know how famous dude, he just be rapping about stuff he ain't never did and yada, yada, yada. So he was trying to like calm her down and stuff, but you can still tell a little bit that she not believing what Kanan's saying. And she like, well, how he knows so much detail in what happened or whatever. And I'm like, Famous so stupid. If the cops hear that song and like dissect it, he could be pulled in and charged or whatever, because they might think like he was involved in it or whatever. But the neighbor came out and was like, Davina, you need to collect this baby because I got to go to sleep. So Davina got her little sister, and she was saying like her mama got business down south or something. I said, girl, you know you lying. Your mama out there on the corner getting that crack. But she was just like, all right, well, I gotta go in here and give her a bath. He was like, well, I can help you. She was like, no, 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 you go ahead and have a good night. So you could tell like it's a little rocky. We see Rox and Symphony, they bow chicky wow wow when they yes. But anyway, the next day, Marvin finally got something to get on Lou's case about, because he was like, how the hell you miss, man? How you miss? And so Lou like, I don't never miss. So she was like, well, you missed the day or whatever. So here go Marvin, you must have had your eyes closed or something, nigga. Like, how you Lou like, them Tech 9s ain't ish. So Rock's like, well, maybe you needed to use a different gun, because like you the effed up or whatever. And so Marvin was like, well, if you weren't trying to be a bootleg Russell Simmons, maybe you wouldn't have missed. So they go back and forth, child. I was cracking up. And so Rock's like, well, you stop worrying about what's going on with Lou. Like, what's going on with these apartments? He was like, well, it's going. Like, we just a little behind schedules and stuff like that. Lou was saying like the corners are struggling, everything drying up, and then he brought up that Neek, he was told, or he heard a rumor that Neek got the highways, he running out some gas station or whatever. So Marvin asked dumb, like he was like, I ain't heard no stuff like that. I ain't heard nothing like that, because he ain't said nothing to Rox about the money he making on that corner. I said, child, if they come back and she don't know nothing about it, he gonna die. Rock's like, all right, well, get this taken care of, and Lou, straighten out your aim, okay, and stop worrying about that music and stuff like that. And then she walked away. We see Drew, she trying on dresses and stuff, and none of the dresses fit her, because that's not her style. That's not like, she used to Timbs and khakis pants. She like a tomboy type thing. Yeah, she a lesbian, but it's not why she dresses the way she dresses. She more like a masculine female type thing, so that's why she wants to wear like the big shirts, the big pants, all that other stuff. So her being lesbian don't got nothing to do with she wear, because child bye. Anyway, but she trying on the dresses, and it's not feeling right or whatever. So I was so mad when the store clerk like peeped in the door and was like, are you done in there, bitch? I can file charges on you. Like, what is you doing? So she was like, yeah, I'm done or whatever. So then we see Kanan, he goes to the pizza shop and he confronts Famous, saying like, yo, Dee read, heard the lyrics and stuff like that, and she trying to figure out what's going on. Like, you finna get me in trouble or whatever. And he was like, look, I'm just painting a pic about how we live or whatever like that. He was like, you think Eazy-E was really rapping about the stuff he did? I'm like, yeah. So Famous had to think about, was like, you know what? That was a bad example. But, I'm just rapping about stuff on the street. Like, she just tell her, like, I'm just joking and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. I just heard something, so I'm just, rapping about it or whatever. And so Kanan like, all right, do that, but don't use my ish no more. So he was like, well, just use your own. So then Famous did like some little corny rap or whatever. And so then they was saying like, they was cool or whatever. Juke walking out the damn store, and here go the lady. Did you leave the clothes in the dressing room? I'd have been like, no, bitch, stay in my pocket. People. Anyway, so then she looks over and sees something, and it was just like, oh yeah, I can wear that or whatever. We see Kanan. He walking out of somewhere. No, that's not it. That's not the part. Kanan walking into the trap house. So he at the trap house or whatever like that. And it's two dudes there. They finna, cook the crack or whatever. So Kanan like, well, where Marvin at? Yellow Hood, like, he not here. And, we waiting for him because we running out of product or whatever, because they're, that gas station is litty and stuff. So he was like, oh, dang. So the other dude was like, well, we got some stuff that we got off such and such from, I think maybe Jersey or something like that. And we got this stuff and we supposed to mix it up, kind of spread it out. So Kanan was like, oh yeah, bet we gotta make it last or whatever. So we gotta do this, do that. So Yellow Hoodie was like, all right, we just gonna wait till Marvin get here, because he run his shop or whatever. So he was like, we not listening to you because you from high school or whatever like that. We ain't listening to you. Here go Kanan getting all big up in his head. Yo, you the reason why, I'm the reason why y'all doing this and stuff like that. You know what, that highway idea, that gas station idea, that was my idea. And if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be eating right now or whatever. So we gonna cook. I'm gonna cook. So Kanan get this bright idea that he the big roller. He cook one pot and then he think he can cook all the pots. Boy, no, you still got some learning to learn. So, like, he want to be a big man on campus. So, Yellow Hoodie, like, He ain't feeling it. Other dude like, all right, man, let's do it. Let's cook or whatever. So I said, We see Rock. She go down to the bodega. The husband ain't there. He messing with some other chick. So now, not only is you an abuser, but you a cheater too. Like, sir, pick a struggle. So anyway, she asking the girl, about the cousin info. So she was like, well, here go my cousin info. And she was like, you picked me because of my husband and my bodega and who my cousin was. But just know that I picked you too. Because I see all the decisions because you see how the men treat us and the decisions you make and stuff like that. So Rox was basically like, all right, you helping me. So when you ready for me to help you, just let me know. I said, Rox, handle it, girl. Handle it. Put a bullet right there. Right there. So they all cooked up at the trap house. Kanan and cooked up all the, the dope and stuff like that. They put it into these blue bottles and stuff. They said they gonna drop some in the hood to test it out before they take it to the highway. So they call it blue, what do they call it? Better Blues or whatever. So we see Juke, she at Kanan house, she trying to get in, but ain't nobody home or whatever. So she tell him, cause he ended up walking up. She tell him, like, she needed somewhere to get dressed for the ball and stuff like that. And if she get dressed at her house, her dad gonna flip out and all this stuff. He gonna be asking all these questions and yada, yada, yada. She don't want to do that. So he like, all right, say less. Here go the key. So the cop, Malcolm, he pulled up. So Kanan had a little vial in his pocket. The little vial that he had cooked up. The Better Blues or whatever. So he ended up, pounding off Juke, but in the same thing, he gave her the little blue cat because he didn't want to be holding and he got patted down on all the other stuff. So she took it. She was like, all right, I see you later on. Peace out. He was like, I said something wrong. She was like, no, she just don't like you. So the cop, Malcolm, he started talking about something. Well, did you talk to your mama about me? Because we got history and he was like, no, mom ain't talk about you or whatever. She just said y'all knew each other. So he was like, well, ask her more because I used to know her back in the day and we was real close and stuff. And I'm just checking up on you and making sure you was good. He was like, yeah, don't be checking up on me. I'm good or whatever like that. He was like, well, yeah, just talk to your mom about me. You might be surprised about what she say or what you find out. So I'm like, Malcolm, if you don't get in the goddamn car, it's been 15 years. If Rox ain't said nothing in 15 years, what the hell make you think she gonna say something because you then ran the birth date and stuff? Boy, bye. Get back in the car and stop trying to get this little boy's bone marrow. That's all you concerned about. We see, what's it, yellow hoodie? Oh, no, I think it was the other guy. He on the corner. So the two guys that was cooking. One, he on the corner. The one that was all down for Kanan and stuff like that. He on the corner talking about testers. We got these testers. Better blues. Get these better blues. So, all the crackheads, they running up because it's free. So they get to test out the drug. If it's good, they going to come back for more, more crack and stuff. So, they testing out. He throwing out the testers. Child. We see two crackheads. We followed them back to the crack house. So we followed them back to the crack house, and the big dude, he cranked it up. He lit it up, whatever. He took one puff, child. He was like, here go the other guy. Oh, this is my jam. Oh, shit, it's like that. Oh, shit, let me get that. I said, dude, you just saw him die. He was like, oh, it's like that. So then he lit it up. He inhaled it, and then he died just like that. So I said, oh, my God. So now it's two dead crackheads. I said, Kanan killing crackheads. God damn. So then, child. But I was like, oh, my God. I was cracking up. It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. It was tragic. But it was like, dude, you just saw him die from lighting up. But you like, oh, it gets you lit like that. Let me hit it. So I said, oh, my God. But anyway, we see Juke. She pulls. They walking in the, I don't know where they was walking. Oh, in the park somewhere, child. So they like they was walking in the park. Juke pulled Nicole to the side, started tonguing her down and stuff like that. And then they talked about the dance. Nicole trying to figure out what color dress Juke is wearing to the dance or whatever. And she like, I'm not telling you. It's going to be a surprise, yada, yada, yada. So they sit down on the bench and stuff, and Juke tell her, tell Nicole that she done boosting. And she was like, what? Why you done boosting? She was like, girl, this girl I know, she just convinced me, not to or whatever. She was like, oh, she must be a good catch or whatever. She made you stop boosting. So it was like real cute. Then Juke was like, here, I got something for you. It was like a little mixtape that she made for us. So I thought that was cute. Nicole was just like, oh, thank you, thank you. Then she saw like the hot pretzels over the side. So she was like, oh my God, hot pretzels. I love hot pretzels or whatever. So Juke was like, all right, don't worry about it, baby. I got you. So she went over there and get her a hot pretzel. Nicole had like this little cute little card she had made for Juke. And then she, it had Laverne on there and stuff. And she put it in her backpack, like, the front zipper. In the front zipper backpack was that vial that Kanan had gave her, the Better Blues. So then, of course, Nicole finds it and she puts it in her pocket because she wants to try out the drug. I said, girl, you don't go from weed to crack. Like, you don't do that. Who does that? No. They do say weed is the gateway drug, but goddamn, that's one hell of a gateway. Like, But she put the card in Laverne's backpack or Jukebox's backpack. And then, she got her pretzel. And then Juke was like, all right, baby, I'm going to see you later. And then they had like that little moment. A child, we see Marvin. Marvin was waiting for Kanan with it was Marvin in his car in the driver's seat. And then Yellow Hoodie was in the passenger seat. And so they pulled up on Kanan was like, yo, get in the car. He was like, what's going on? He was like, get in the back seat. So before Kanan can even get his whole body in the car, Marvin had already pulled off, child. I said, damn. So he pulls off. They get to the crack house. Okay. So Kanan looking around. He looking around. And I want to say it looked like it was other dead people. Was it dead people on them steps? I couldn't really tell but it looked like they was dead. I couldn't tell if they was like really high or they was dead. But I know it was somebody else in there and they looked like they was still alive. But the people on the step looked like they was dead. Because that person head ain't never turned the other way. Like, I was just like, oh my God. So he go over there to the two crackheads we saw die. And he like, yo, you killing crackheads and stuff like that. Like, what did he say? He was like, Lord have mercy. I done missed it, child. I done went too hard. Oh, yeah, we go. He was like, you killing crackheads. You got bodies all over the place and all this other stuff. And Yellow Hoodie like, well, we just put out some testers and stuff to see how it was going to go through in the hood or whatever like that. And Marvin going off. He said, you know what? Crack is one of the hardest drugs to kill somebody. We just give people crack so they can go steal some TVs and jewelry and stuff. Not to kill nobody, but here you go. You ended up killing people on some crack. Like, how you do that, scientist? So Yellow Hoodie like, well, he cooked it up. I said, damn, he snitched on him quick. Y'all need to kill him because he ain't taking no ride for nobody. But he like, your shit done broke all the rules or whatever. So Kanan like, well, we gotta tell somebody. We gotta get people off the street. We gotta tell somebody, whatever. So Marvin like, we can't tell nobody. This just something that stayed in the hood. If we ain't do this on the highway, if we would have did this on the highway, we'd have been in jail, okay? Because we would have killed some white people. We'd have been up in jail or whatever. So he like, what y'all do, y'all burn all them blue caps and don't tell nobody. Ain't nobody ever hearing about this. Here go Kanan. Not even my mama. If you tell your mama, it be 2 more dead bodies. Mine and yours. We ain't telling nobody nothing. So they ain't saying nothing. But Rock's gonna find out somehow, child. Anyway, we see Rox. She with the cousin. They watching this fight and stuff. And then she ends up telling the cousin how her daddy used to fight. And because he was like, well, you into the fights and stuff like that. And she was like, my daddy used to fight, yada, yada, yada. So they talking business. And the back, Lou with the bodyguard, I guess. And the bodyguard telling Lou how he like famous songs and stuff. So they all jonesing off that or whatever. And then the cousin says that he likes the conversation that him and Rox had. And he, interested in doing business with her. But he don't want to talk about the numbers right now. He wants to talk about it later at a different meeting. So he ends up leaving. We see Nicole. She dressed all in white and stuff. Looking like it was like a wedding or something, child. I said, is this the ball? Like, so the mom, she come in there. She talking to her. This mama, she gets on my everlasting nerve. Like, woman, you rather your teenage child, because was she like 15 or 16, something like that? You rather your teenage child end up screwing some dude versus her having a lesbian relationship. Like, the fuck? So, because she like Bobby downstairs, not Bobby, I don't know if he was downstairs, but Bobby on the way. And she like, well, what what she was saying, like, I'm not a mother who would like to encourage intercourse or whatever, but if you do it, just do it safe or whatever. And Nicole, like, what? I don't even want Bobby to open up my door for me or whatever like that. So I don't even know what you talk about. She was like, yeah, but I just don't want you to get pregnant. She was like, lesbian sex doesn't get you pregnant, mom. So she was like, Nicole, you are not a lesbian, okay? You are not a lesbian. That girl took advantage of you. She took advantage of you. You are a victim. You are a victim. I was like, woman, your daughter wasn't complaining. She kept inviting her over. Obviously, she liked what was going on. Obviously, she's telling you that she gay. So won't you just believe her? Like, what is the problem? Like, this mama irritates me. And this mamas and daddies like this all around the world. And that pisses me the hell off. But anyway, daddy walked in. He like, oh, Nicole, you look beautiful. You look beautiful. Oh, you just look beautiful. And she was like, yeah, mom just gave me permission to have sex. He was like, what? What? What the hell? What the? So he confused all over again, child. I said, this daddy stay confused. He was like, I hope this is an effing joke. I'm sorry, Nicole. I'm sorry. So she like, y'all just go, whatever. We see Rox, she bowed Chicky Wow Wow on Symphony again, child. After they was done, she ended up apologizing for blowing up on him. And then she ready to have Symphony's babies. I said, well, god damn, Symphony, what you got in your pants, nigga? You want people to have your babies? Okay. Rox, how old is you again? Because she said she was a young mama and she didn't want to be no young grandmama. So maybe she had Kanan when she was yeah, she did. She did have him when she was a teenager. So that makes sense. But anyway, child, she told Symphony that one day she wanted to, hand the business over to Lou because she don't want to be on the streets for, too long or stuff like that. But, not right now, but, later on she wanted to give it up. So I said, oh, okay. Anyway, we see Lou. So he walk into the diner, he just getting his sandwich and stuff like that. Neek walked in with homeboy. So I'm like, So, Lou turned around was like, Neek, like this diner is the true spot. Like we don't do nothing up in here. Like you already know this. So it was kind of like in the what's it? Not the Matrix. Oh my God. Well, he stabbed him with a pencil. What is that movie? John Wick. So, like in John Wick, where they got that big building, and that's like where all the killers and stuff could go, and there ain't nobody getting killed and stuff like that, and they can't do no violence on each other, yada, yada, yada. If they do, they're going to be kicked out, and then everybody going to be chasing them and stuff like that. So that's what the diner is to them in this show. So he was like, yeah, man, ain't nobody, doing nothing like that. I just want to finish the conversation that we had. So, let's talk. So he was like, all right. So he goes sit down. So Nick, he want to go do all this talking. And I was like, well, damn, how cold is it? Because Nick got on a leather jacket and a fur. So I said, well, damn, is it cold? Or he just like to dress like that? Oh, okay. But anyway, so they sitting down and Nick, he like, Rox, she going down like she about to lose soon. She about to lose her supply. She ain't got no corners. What do you say? She don't have no supply. She ain't got no corners. She just losing the stuff. So Lou like, my chicken getting a little soggy. You mind if I eat it? He was like, no. Go ahead. He was like, you all she got, man. All she got or whatever like that. And so he started talking and stuff. And how Nick get to talking. So Lou just listening. He like, he was like, no, I don't get down with it. But thank you for the sandwich. So he basically trying to recruit Lou on his team. I said, Neek, how crazy is you? Because you trying to take her brother to your side. Make it make sense. So he was like, that entrepreneur shit, that look real good on you. Lou, And I'm just saying, like this is a one-time offer, no, ain't no circling back or whatever. So Lou was like, I'm flattered, nigga. Like I am. I'm really flattered. My nigga. And but he was like, yeah, I understand, because it's family. You can't turn your back on family. He was like, no, that ain't the reason why I can't get down, but because I can't get down with bitch ass niggas like you. And then pussy eater over here. He was like, man, that was you. So he was ready to go. He's ready to choke Lou out. So he was like, so Lou finished eating that half of the sandwich. He had another little piece of sandwich. So he was just like, well, Nick was like, well, I'm going to say sorry now for, what's about to happen. So he was like, all right. And so he get up. He was like, all right, thanks for the sandwich. So Lou get up. Homeboy and Lou do like the stare down. Lou was like, Like looking at Nick like, man, tell your nigga to move before I had to do something to him. Cause I ain't scared. We can stand here all day type thing. So then Nick was like, homeboy, let him go through. So then Nick ended up walking out or whatever. So I was just like, Lord, I didn't quite hear what Nick said. I need to be putting a closed captioning on so I can see, cause I'm not see, so I can see what they say, because sometimes they be talking low and I can't catch it. But he did say something. I was like, oh Lord, it's about to be on and popping. So then we end up seeing what Juke had brought. So she did not buy a dress, praise God, but she did buy a suit, and she looked really cute with the suit on. I was like, all she missing is like a cute little bow tie or a little tie. Oh, she would have looked real cute with that. And then she had her hair slicked back, and then she had little bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. So she was looking real cute. So Rox came in. She was like, because Juke was dancing or whatever, and Rox came in. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I asked Kanan, can I change here and stuff like that? And she started running off. She was like, girl, you look good. You look good. Who you all dressed up for? And she was like, I'm going to the ball. She was like, oh, okay. Well, whoever gets to see you is going to be real lucky or whatever. And she was like, well, who going to see you? She was like, her name Nicole. So she was like real nervous about telling Rox. But Rox can already see like what's going on with you or whatever like that. So she was like, I just want to make sure you happy. And as long as you happy, it's good or whatever. So she was smiling and stuff like that. I was just like, oh, she don't give her a bow tie or something, she would have been boom. So anyway, at Nicole's, the mama and daddy, they arguing and stuff like that. Nicole go over and she finally locked the door. I said, girl, you should have been locked the door a long time ago. But she finally locked the door. She go listen to the mixtape and stuff like that. And it's Juke she's singing to her and stuff. And I think she was singing her favorite song to her or whatever. So it was like real personal, real cute and stuff like that. She's smiling. Her mama knocked on the door, disturb her trance and stuff. And she was like, Bobby's downstairs to take photos. Mama, nobody want to take no photos with no goddamn Bobby. But anyway, she go over to look for her stash, like her weed or whatever, to calm her down and stuff. It's empty. So then it click in her head, she got that little blue vial. I said, oh my God, Nicole. So she go over there, get the little blue vial. She got her pipe. So then, child, she go put the little crack rocks. I mean, they're both of them, because it was 2 in the damn vial. She put both the rocks in there, child. She take that shit in, and first she was smiling, listening to the song and stuff, and then she started feeling funny. You could see she started feeling funny and stuff. So she went to go stand up, and as soon as she stood up, boom, she fell flat on her face, dead. I said, oh my God. Damn. I would have liked it better if she would just got hooked on some drugs and then we had to see Juke try to get her off of the crack or something like that, but not just die. I said, damn, Juke can't even be happy. And then when Juke find out that Kanan is the reason why her baby boo died, oh lordy, lordy, lordy. Anyway, we see Rock, she's sitting down with Kanan and they talking and stuff like that. And she like, oh, you just missed your cousin. She was looking fly or whatever. And so then they start talking, and then she mentions another double date with, Symphony and Kanan and stuff. I'm not Symphony and Kanan. Symphony and Davina. And he was like, okay, yeah, we can definitely do that or whatever. And then she did thank him for taking her out to dinner. And she was like, well, where'd you get the money from? And he was like, well, I just saved up, and then Juke been selling some clothes for me or whatever. And, she gave me some money. And she was like, well, what clothes? He was like, I don't know. I ain't asked no questions and stuff. I said, Kanan, just shut up. So then Kanan ends up flipping it and was asking her about the cop. So my son, well, that cop has came by and was asking me questions and stuff. And she was like, what he say or whatever. And she got mad and stuff. She was like, don't be listening to him. They be all talking shit and all this other stuff and yada, yada, yada. Don't be listening to him. He looking like, why she blow up like that? So he finna investigate further what's popping off with this cop. And so then we see Juke. She waiting across the street from the school. All of her suits, she all cute and stuff, and she all excited and whatnot, child. And then all these cars pull up and everybody getting out, and these little limos and stuff. And I guess the theme was white and black or whatever. Child, no Nicole. So then Juke just sitting there looking like, well, what the hell happened? So I know she wasn't stood up because Nicole ain't show up, period. Like, even if she showed up with the guy and then went in with the guy, that'd have been like, all right, bet. She stood me up, yada, yada, yada. But Nicole ain't show up at all. So Juke knows something went on because she ain't show up at all. And that's pretty much how it ended, child. I said, oh my God. I felt so bad for Juke. I felt bad for Nicole. They ain't even really have no little, at least they had like a cute little romance and stuff, but it ain't even go too far because she ended up overdosing and stuff. But not even like an overdose because she just took a dose. Like, god damn. I said, oh my God. This gonna be a hot mess, child. This gonna be a mess. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all felt about the episode down there in them comments. If y'all ended up liking this recap review, don't forget to hit me with that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all, I will see y'all in the next one. Until next time, peace.